Good morning, eighth grade. This is video for Wednesday morning, the 13th, and we are going to have a Google Meet at 10 o'clock this morning. Two things quickly. I am assigning to you the story The Last Cover on page 385. There will be a short response question with that assignment as well. And we're on 4.8 Subjunctive Mood on page 72. Basically, the subjunctive mood, if you look at the information, says that it's a verb that can express a wish or a desire or a condition that is contrary to fact. So wish and desire are pretty clear. It's something that you want to happen. But contrary to fact is basically saying, if I were, then I would. But because you're not, it's contrary to fact. So if I were in that class, I would do this. But since I'm not in that class, that makes it contrary to fact. It says the past tense is used to state present wishes or desires or contrary to fact conditions. The past perfect tense is used to state past wishes, desires, or contrary to fact conditions. Note the use of could and would have in the contrary to fact sentences. So, for example, if you have a wish or a desire, it might say, I wish my new bike were here already. So the verb that's in the subjunctive mood is were. I wish I had bought a computer. Notice we have had bought, which is used as the wish or desire for the verb in the subjunctive in this sentence. Now, the contrary to fact, like I mentioned earlier, is when something could be, but it isn't. So, for instance, if I were in the market for a bike, I could research prices on the internet. If you had worked more hours, you would have earned enough money to buy a computer. Hold on a minute, Chloe has to go outside. In the next portion, it says that the subjunctive mood is also used to express a demand or recommendation after the word that, or to express an uncertainty after if or whether. The base form of the verb is used in the clause after that, if, or whether. Now, the base form of the verb is the main verb that's not conjugated or given its tense. So it's in like the simple tense. A demand after the word that, I must insist that your mother be with you when you buy it. Or a recommendation after that, I recommended that James compare prices before buying a new bike. Or to demonstrate uncertainty, whether Joe's suggestion be good or bad, I'm sticking with my decision. Whether he buy a bike or a computer, James will be happy. Now, all of those verbs, none of them shows a tense, so that's what the base form of the verb is. You are only doing exercise number 1, where you are telling whether each of the following sentences is in the subjunctive, the indicative, the emphatic, or the imperative mood. So you're going to be able to go back through lessons 4.8 and 4.7 and determine how the verb is being used. You could choose from games, clothing, and lots of other things if you were to shop online. Now, the verb that we have, could choose, you could choose from games, clothing, and lots of other things if you were to shop online. Now, that verb construction in sentence number 1 is in the subjunctive because you have the idea of a contrary to fact where it says you could choose from games, clothing, and lots of other things if you were to shop online. So all you have to do is write subjunctive for that answer. So numbers 1 through 8, you're simply going to label it what type of verb mood that it is. Is it subjunctive, imperative, emphatic, or indicative? So those are your 4 answers. Only the first 8 questions for exercise 1 and the story last cover. So these are for Friday. and we'll meet at 10 o'clock today.